Hey, what's going on, everyone? How are you doing? I am doing great today. Just popping in for a short little live. Zachariah may or may not be able to make it. I'm running a few minutes behind, had something come up. Um, no worries. Just going to be doing kind of the usual here, playing around with Jarvis inside some templates. And today, going to kind of center around how to kind of use Jarvis to brainstorm just different title ideas, something that has come up and just general research that I've been doing leading up to the launch of Publish with Jarvis, which is June 7th, as seeing all the different questions that people are searching for on Amazon in particular. Today, I was doing some keyword research, and how to come up with a book title, and a handful of variations came up. And so just going to kind of jam around with what do some future book titles look like based off of an idea that we're already working on. And you can obviously use this for any niche that you want to be writing in, for your business, for blog ideas, different things of that nature. But just going to kind of play around with Jarvis for a bit here. And if you are joining us live, please comment below. And if you're joining us in the replay, comment as well and say, hey, what's up? Let us know about the book that you're working on, where you're at in that stage. And right as I jump into this, I want to give a shout out to Michael Alexander Hale. He was one of the 7-Day Book Challenge contestants. His book just got published this week on June 1st. It's called Fuck Your BS, A Practical Guide to Dealing with Depression, Getting Over Your Shit, and Taking Charge of Your Life. Now, Michael was came into the challenge. He'd had this book inside of his head from a decade ago. And what's up, Salah Hadeen 72? What's going on, man? He had this book in his head decade ago, and he took a bet on this book, and he lost the bet. And years and years went by, and he never was able to put his book out. The challenge came up. He put his head down for 7 days, and after the initial PDF version was launched, he's got a lot of feedback from it, and then he made an official relaunch of the book just this week, and I'm holding it in my hand right now. So really congratulations to Michael, who reached that big point of clicking publish and getting the book in his hand this week. It's what we encourage people to do here at Jarvis Underground inside the 7-Day Challenge. And so without further ado, and welcome everyone that's kind of showing up, we're just going to be going over how to play around with different, getting some different ideas from this tool Jarvis from Conversion AI, how to use it to come up with new names, new ideas. So let's go ahead and use, now that we're in, I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you guys can see me. Let me know if you're having trouble seeing anything on here. I'm going to go into documents now that I'm inside Conversion AI, and I want to go to the long form assistant, and I want to kind of give it some context as to what I'm going to be using it for right now. And so this long form assistant essentially gives Jarvis the prompts behind, just a little bit more context behind what it's going to be writing on. I can use it for long form, and I can also use it for just brainstorming, which is going to be what I'm doing right now. So the content we want to create, and for the purpose of this, I'm using, I'm releasing a book called Publish with Jarvis right now, and then I want to turn it into essentially a series of books underneath it that are like kind of like a mini series that are breaking up, and they might be anywhere from like 5,000 to 10,000 words each. Short stories, but different ways that you can apply using Jarvis in different scenarios, different industries, different use cases. So I'm going to try and tell them that in a very concise manner. So outlines new book ideas that will spin off from the launch of Published with Jarvis. Published with Jarvis is a book that outlines the framework of the 7-day book challenge, where people learn how to write a book lightning fast by leveraging artificial intelligence. The series, so like what I'm doing here is I'm trying to give the robot as much of an idea about what I'm talking about so that it's going to go in the direction that I want it to be going in. And so this is, the more time that you can spend on the positioning of what you're asking it, you're probably going to see better results at the end of the day. So see, write books lightning fast. The series will cover all sorts of topics and different use cases for people to apply in their business. Okay, let's say continue from that, right? And none of this is going to be perfect by any means right out the gate anyways, so don't get held up when you're coming into this and unsure of, like, I don't even know how to write the first paragraph. That's basically what this is going to do for you. It's just going to help you get that prompt started so you can start to build off what you're doing. So what should our next book in the publisher's diaries, and what should it be? Potential new book ideas from the launch. Potential new book idea, 7-day books series. See, that's an idea right there. New books. Right. Beyond the 7-day book challenge. We'll see what that sounds. A cool title. Intro paragraph. This is where it's going to get fun. Wow, that'd be nice. Perfect. Now that the 7-day book challenge is out, excited to start brainstorming new book ideas. This document outlines potential new books for me to explore with the goal of launching a series of spin-off books from publisher Jarvis. These are all great ideas, and I can't wait to write about and share with you. All right, perfect. It's exactly what we want, I guess. So now that so we have an idea here, and we can basically decide whether or not we want to just start using Jarvis now to compose, get the thing going. I like working in the power mode, just when I'm brainstorming especially. So it's coming out with some how to write books in a day for kids. Okay. How to find your niche content and make it into a book, a step-by-step guide, and how I did this with the ultimate guide to building your personal brand, which is the first book alongside me off of my side hustle. Interesting. Cool. So what I want to do to get a little bit more of a condensed, like let's get Jarvis something that he can really play with, is take this kind of intro paragraph. I want to turn this into a product description. See, we were doing this the other day with book blurbs. Kind of like this. now that I've written and released my first book published with Jarvis, I'm excited to start brainstorming new ideas for my spin-off book based on other subjects that might be interesting. Applications of Jarvis and artificial intelligence. My number one goal is to create a series of related books that all revolve around the same topics, and publishers Jarvis and beyond, where we explore. I already kind of said that. Interesting applications. All right, so that's a bit more of a blurb, kind of like a product description about this. So always curious. Topic ideas. Audience, entrepreneurs. Let's do Tony Stark, an Iron Man. Tone of voice. All right. 20 ways to simplify your life using artificial intelligence. Fictional book blurbs. What I learned from writing a book. In search of Jarvis. Okay. So we're literally just brainstorming right now, right? So don't take any of this stuff too seriously. Well, I'm not. You can take it as seriously as you want, but like just like if you were just like kind of like idea repository of like, I know what I kind of want to write about, but I don't really know what like the next direction I want to go is. You can use this, or I use this, and so if it helps you, it helps you. That's great. I mean, these are all things that could then turn into your future content. Of maybe I just wanted to start blogging and doing like those micro series type of blogs, and then using something like Amazon Villa to do like 5,000 word or less short stories. Life of an AI author could be one, right? So just like, it's like, what does it look like being a content creator and someone in the future right now, where build a content funnel in less than an hour? That's an interesting topic that I would be interested to learn about. How Jarvis saved my business. I didn't even write. I wasn't even part of this. I'll delete that. How Jarvis saved my business when I got hit by a bus. It's an interesting one. So what I learned from writing a book. Yeah, so we can just do this all day, right? Like just keep exporting whatever kind of content we're looking for. We might not know it until we see it and say, wow, that's great. And so the more I'm kind of like seeing these used, how to build and manage, how to develop your own Jarvis app, how to turn your ideas, what's it like to be cool bestseller. All right, so now we've got these handfuls of ideas of what I learned from writing a book. Like, I don't know if I want to write a book about what I learned from writing a book, but maybe that's an opportunity. What I learned from writing a book is a 5,000 word short story that's like an expansion off of this, right? So you kind of see like the interesting thing with Amazon and like how the release of their Vela platform for supporting short stories is, but what that tells me is that the market of readers out there is really hungry to continue to consume, and their Amazon is continuing to innovate to help allow their readers to consume and provide that. And they're doing a lot of research obviously behind these kind of moves. I think it's pretty telling that writing books isn't going to go away anytime soon. So, it's interesting just kind of looking at how the industry is shifting and how much smaller books have gotten, I guess I would say, in the nonfiction space over the last handful of years, just making it so easy to self-publish stuff on platforms like Amazon, like the Book Patch. Words you don't have to publish a book, 50,000 word novel, just to have a book out there. A lot of the people that are writing books in this challenge are, 15, 20,000 words, really specific, go really deep on one topic, and provide a ton of value for their ideal readers. Usually it's in a business sense, so they're using them for like lead gen. But yeah, so like what I learned from writing a book, why you should publish your own book, how Jarvis helped me write Publish with Jarvis. So just for the sake of being meta, if I wanted to write like a blog post or like a short story about this thing, I could use Jarvis to do that too. I probably want to come over here to the blog post topic title, how Jarvis helped me write Publish with Jarvis. See if futuristic is a tone of voice. It would help if I click generate, wouldn't it? Keep everybody here in suspense. Apologize. Interesting. So this is why I like the outline post, is because the way that it follows its flow just blows my mind sometimes. So Jarvis is a revolutionary new software that helps people write blog posts. The program can do anything from organizing your thoughts to writing entire posts for you. I use Jarvis to help me write Publish with Jarvis. All I had to do was tell it my topic and how long I wanted it to be, and then it took care of everything else. To learn how this amazing piece of technology, more about this amazing piece of technology, check out the article below. If you're interested in learning more about how we use Jarvis at your company or organization, please contact us today. So kind of like an introduction to a blog post paragraph there. Obviously, it's not entirely true. Had a deadline. Jarvis helped me write Publish with Jarvis. The first time you used Jarvis, it worked. It was easy and saved me hours of work. If you're feeling overwhelmed with your app, you're writing, try using this app. You'll be glad you did. Dude, this is a good one. Jarvis is the best AI-powered personal writing assistant. I used it to write my book, Published with Jarvis. It was able to take care of all the tedious tasks that come with writing a book, organizing research, editing and proofreading drafts, and publishing on Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing, KDP. But what's most impressive about Jarvis is how much time it saved me. Now I can focus on other things in life while making progress on my next book. If you're looking for an easier way to create blog posts or publish your own books without having to worry about formatting, spelling errors, then you should try this amazing AI-powered writing tool today. Yeah, see, I like this one too, Ash. So like this is like a good example of how like I wasn't really asking Jarvis to like outline me it in that kind of sense, but it basically wrote kind of like a bit of a sales pitch, and each of these thoughts was kind of like bucketed off, and it was very step by step. So I guess if you're writing an outline, I could expand on all of these things, but it's a very organized way of putting that. Jarvis is an automated personal assistant. After a few weeks of writing, it's more conscious and less repetitive. My favorite thing about Jarvis is how much time it saves me. Now I can take longer breaks between writing sessions so my hands don't get as sore. Wow, look at that. There's the copywriter coming out in Jarvis. The only downside of this program is that you have to type out your thoughts before connecting with Jarvis. See, and now if you use voice in, you could actually never have to type to Jarvis again. I wonder if that works in here. Does voice in work right now? Period. Oh, perfect. See, I never have to type again. Period. Wow. We're in the future, guys. All right, Jarvis is the personal assistant. I like this one. Jarvis is an AI assistant that helps me with my writing. I was able to publish the book published with Jarvis because of his help. There are many ways in which I use him for writing, including editing and formatting. He also helped me find a publisher, format my manuscript, and put together a marketing strategy. Wow. All of this happened within 3 months, guys. Are you kidding me? It's amazing. The best part about using Jarvis is that he's always available on demand, no matter what time it is or where I am in the world. See, those are straight facts that Jarvis is spitting out about himself. I mean, the guy clearly likes to showboat what he can do. But yeah, like, interesting. Yeah, if you want to, like, I would definitely be keen to play around with this tool a little bit more for some, or the blog post outline for some other areas like this. So yeah, I mean, I could, maybe if I wanted to write a blog post on this topic idea, now I've got a really good idea from Jarvis. Let's just use this one. That's a good one. How Jarvis helped me with my writing my book. See, look at that. I'm formatting it. Everything. Oh, I unformatted it. Yeah, and then, there you go. I could basically, here's a little short blurb that I could even just go and post on social media if I wanted to, right? Look at that. High power today. So I can basically a testimonial that I could post somewhere. So interesting. Anyone wants to explore any particular tool on there, just drop them in the comments. I'm probably going to be jumping off here in just a few minutes, a little bit early. So happy to hang around if anyone wants to see anything in particular. Just chat. So I got volleyball tonight. Got to go stretch, get ready to bump set spike. Let's see what we got here. Say Ash, probably preempting the next challenge. Once you have your title, what do you use to gather all the chapter headings / titles in the right order so you never lose the big picture of your flow? Now, I think that's a good question. So if there's a video in the challenge trainings, Ash, that we talk about the outlining your manuscript with Google Docs. And let me know if this is off from what you're asking. But talking about once you have your title, what do you do to gather all the chapter headings / titles in the right order so you never lose the big picture of your flow? How I did it, I'll just show you the advanced readers manuscript so you guys can see this, just for like a reference. Like it's published now, so, or it's about to be, so not too secret anymore. All right, so in Google Docs, and this is just how I do it, there's other softwares that help people like say we got your title here, and then I'm basically building out my table of contents. So just like a dedication, table of contents, and then here I see like the forward, right? And so this is where the outline is going to go, right here onto the side. Is this kind of what your questioning asked, or I might be off a little bit with where you're at, but this is how I organized all of like my chapters and essentially the stuff that was inside of them. Like I knew what the chapter was, and then you see come down here, introduction. I was using H1 and H2 tags in the file, so that I have introduction. Now here's all like the different things that it's split up here. Gotcha. Jarvis can easily take you off in different directions when using the different tools. It even tones of voice. Oh yeah, totally. So I think a lot of this comes down to like understanding like the direction of where you want the flow to go. Like when I'm brainstorming on here, let me see this. So this is how I used and like organized my initial thoughts for using Jarvis. Zachariah and I were building the outline, and we were using this flow from one of the coaches in the book challenge. And so we basically, in the first 2 minutes, we came up with the title and the paragraph, and then we set another 2 minutes to only talk about the topics that we were going to be covering. Right. Yeah. And so I think it was because it was more of the way that I was asking the question, right? And so rather than just giving me like, this is like step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me see how that might look for this blog post outline. Because how Jarvis helped me is not, it's kind of an outline question, I guess, but like, let's just say, let me see. Let me revert back to like how to write how to come up with that title. Yeah, Craig's stuff is in the tool area. We just rearranged some of the videos inside of the challenge, and so I'm trying to remember which. This is in the resources section when you're in the challenge. Nah, I can't do that. Yeah, it's like Craig Henley, rapid outline method is the video. I can pull it up. Actually, I'll do that. No, whatever. Yeah, cool. You got it. Yeah, it's in there. Check out Craig's. He talks about it. And probably in that video also, I think after his talk, like we show people kind of how to actually use the outline tool a little bit in that. But I think when you're directing like the actual blog post outline, I didn't find it just did it. I found one that was just perfect. I ended up doing a lot of them and then like saying, okay, cool, that's the actual logical order of how this should be. Because sometimes the stuff that Jarvis puts out is yeah, so like some stuff like this, it's like it's still kind of it's going to give you some different directions. And so there's going to be, I would say there's probably going to be like not waste, but just like, okay, that was not really what I was looking for. But like taking this idea, if I'm coming up with a book, just say I want to have a chapter on like how to write a book on. Yeah, exactly. Mix and match them. I mean, I would, the thing that took me like an excess amount of time when I did this for the first book was like, I did a ton of this. And then like, I probably could have filtered a little bit more, because some of the stuff I ended up copying and pasting was like the same thing, just said a little bit differently. Why it's important to have a good title. This could be like an introduction to like something else. How you can come up with an original and creative book title, that can be a little subsection of its own. Examples of great titles of books could be a subsection of its own. What not to do when choosing the name of your book, right? And so whether these are going to be chapters or subchapters, it's kind of up to you as the person using it to decide, because you need to know where you're wanting it to go. And I think tone of voice is going to be something here. Like, I don't know if me putting in futuristic is causing it to, how long, because this is quite a thing. How to come up with a book title, brainstorm 3 to 5 topics, choose the best one, create a subtitle that's catchy but still conveys the book. It's like, this is a pretty solid bit right here. Sharing a blog post, keeping up with the title. Yeah, mix and match at the end of the day. And don't be afraid to just hit that compose again if something's just not hitting it. Play around with the tone of voice. Simple, step by step, 5th grade. All right, maybe I want something a little bit more like, right, a little more subtle, a little more straight to the point. Let's see what this tone of voice does to it. Okay. Cool. Yeah, Reed puts out some great videos as well on this type of stuff. Look a little more simple. Just now. Decide your genre, brainstorm a list of ideas for the book's theme, choose one word from the list to be the title of your book. Make sure you're happy with the choice. Doesn't seem quite right. Yeah, so I like this tool a lot. I think it can be manipulated a lot of different ways. And as Ash pointed out in the comments here, watching him from YouTube, Reed Florine is one of the coaches that we brought in the last challenge. He'll be making likely at least one appearance this next challenge coming up. And it puts out a lot of really good content on this stuff as well. And there's a lot of tools out there that also incorporate AI into them that can help with coming up with these outlines too. You can take your research from those tools, transfer them over to Conversion AI, and then expand upon them. And you'd be in pretty good shape. So I'm going to sign off tonight. It was a pleasure coming on and sharing some time with you guys, chatting with y'all in the comments. Really encourage everybody here watching this, if you're not already a member of Jarvis, you're not using Conversion AI and playing with these tools on your own, highly, highly, highly recommend you checking them out. If you go to writewithjarvis.com, we're an affiliate of them, but going through that link gets you 10,000 free credits added to your account when you sign up, and you could choose the option for 5 free days. So not really anything to lose, lots to gain, especially if you like your time and don't like to hurt your head all day thinking about copy, especially when half of my ideas anyways are bad from the get-go. I just let Jarvis take care of a lot of the heavy lifting now. So, and if you have a book that you got in your head and you want to get out onto actual paper, like our challenge grad Michael Hale did right here. I got his book in my hand, just got it today, published 2 days ago on Amazon. Join the 7-day challenge, writingwithjarvis.com. Next one starts June 7th. Afterwards in July, we're going to be starting on July 12th for a live challenge, Q&A Monday through Friday. You get instant access to all of our previous challenge recordings, trainings, 6+ best-selling authors, world-class marketers, experts in the field of business systems, using Jarvis to really accelerate workflow, and all in all, just an insanely valuable crash course on one, getting up to speed with Jarvis, but two, understanding how the entire self-publishing process works and how using tools like Jarvis and other really cool tech that we have nowadays, people are going, from not a published author to a published author, faster than they've ever done it before. In some cases, people would have never gotten to the point of publishing a book had they not gotten through that writer's block that Jarvis is really helping people smash through. So hope to see you in the challenge. I know Ash will be there, anyone else tuning in. And if you're not a part of the challenge and you'd like to, just check out what we're doing as far as it comes to books with Jarvis, with AI. We have a free community on Facebook. It's called Jarvis Underground. You could also, you're probably watching it from here or on our channel somewhere, but just go to jarvisunderground.com. That'll lead you to the Facebook community as well. And if you'd like to get, emails here and there about how we're using marketing, Jarvis to market, sell, write, edit, publish, help with the formatting of our books, just drop us your email, and we're happy to keep in touch with you that way. But tomorrow I will be on here. Tomorrow is Friday. We'll be signing on end of the week, last live at this time. But yes, we will be back here this time tomorrow if you guys want to tune back in, and trying to figure out a good consistent time as well for these types of things. I'd like to continue doing stuff like this on a regular basis. Just leading up to launch week this week, it's been a really crazy week for all of us. So if we're not going to do stuff at this time of night, it'd probably be midday as well, for just coming on, having lives, kind of like a talk show style, where we can bring people on, chat with people in the audience, just share and jam around ideas while playing with Jarvis. So yeah, love to see you guys back here tuning in tomorrow with us, and then stay tuned inside the Facebook group for whenever we're going to be doing more of these. So until next time, adios. Cheers, y'all.